Hey guys, welcome to Anarchy Worm Bin, where worm voyeurism is actually treatable by most mental health professionals. I'm going to try something that has been a big challenge for me. I'm going to try to feed all 4 of the species of worms that I have in one video. I'm going to try. So they all need to be fed. Might as well try it. If I fail, I hope you guys still come and watch me fail some more. That would be cool. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to start with the urban worm bag just because it's closest to the camera. And these are red wigglers. Bought them from Pauly Piccirillo, and his website is going to be below in the description. He had amazing customer service. They shipped quickly right when I needed them, and there were way more than a pound of worms, which I only paid for a pound. And he has a really cool beneficials program that he's trying to get started. You guys can do anything to help him start that. That would be awesome. He's someone who's just really trying to get the word out about composting, beneficials in the soil, and one thing that really has my heart, which is not throwing all your food scraps in the garbage. At least that's why I started this. Obviously, my heart went elsewhere. So these are just on the top. That's the soil density at the very top. You're not supposed to dig really into these. That's not what a CFT or a continuous flow through does. It's supposed to be able to settle down into the bottom, and then you harvest the bottom. But for you, because I love you, I am trying to dig and just show you how they're doing in here. I swear to you, these guys have multiplied by at least doubled. They're doing so well. I've just been feeding them kitchen scraps, shredded cardboard. I do add crushed eggshells. I just grind them in my coffee grinder. Not a coffee grinder that I grind coffee with. And then I also add garden lime, dolomite garden lime, and rock dust and coffee grounds. They're beautiful. They feel so cool. They're kind of cold. It's been pretty hot here this week. I don't even want to tell you where I'm from, but where I am from, the air conditioning has kicked on, and it's on down here in my little craft room, and their little bodies are kind of cold, but they seem to be thriving. So I'm going to feed them. I may or may not leave the camera running. I don't want to bore you guys. That's kind of why I say I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this or if I'm going to fail, because I don't want it to be a long video and have you guys bored. I just think the coolest thing about my setup right now is that I have 4 different species of composting worms, and I truly love them all. It's like having 4 kids and you don't have a favorite. Although you secretly do, but you'll never tell anybody. Okay, I'm gonna feed these guys, and I'll be back in a second. Okay, next up, European Nightcrawlers. These guys are amazing. I can't even explain how fast they're producing castings. I've never seen anything like this. And I had, okay, so confession. I bought some soil, like potting soil, from, I don't know, Home Depot or maybe another The Man store, which is, I won't even mention on air. And I got this soil that had probably been sitting there all winter, and in the bag of soil when I like pulled it out to pot up some plants, there was all of this moldy soil. And I threw it in here. Like, I didn't want it in my pots, obviously. Check this out. These guys are digging it. Literally, they're loving it. So yeah, moss, mold. This was green. Some of it was brown and growing some weird fungus. I just threw it all in here. I also threw some in my African Nightcrawler bin. But these guys have been, I think I would venture to say, my biggest producers. I don't know, the Africans eat so much. Maybe I just can't tell that they're producing more because they're constantly giving them more bedding because they like to go deeper, where Euros stay more on the top. So I don't know. I'm not that good of a worm scientist yet, but I'm working on it. These guys are so big and so lively. I don't know what was right here, but I'm about to dig up some worms. I think this is where I fed last. Sometimes I just come down here in the middle of the night and feed them food because I'm hungry and I'm always hungry and I assume they're always hungry. So you guys don't always get updates because I don't take my phone everywhere I go. But really, like, obviously I fed right here earlier this week and they are still super happy with whatever it was. I love watching these guys. They're so cool. They're like little worm zebras. Okay, I'm gonna feed these guys. I may or may not cut this part out. So here is the video-friendly long pause. These are my African Nightcrawlers. Oh, there's a fruit fly. That's interesting. I only give this bin frozen food, although I just confessed to the camera that I gave these guys some moldy soil. Normally don't give these guys anything but frozen food. Okay, these guys got leaves when I first got them. They tend to go deep. I don't usually have to dig for them. When I open the bin, sometimes they're on top. They dive deep fast. And they eat a lot. I haven't fed them for a while and I'm not finding many, so I'm kind of worried. Here's that moldy soil I was telling you about. They are not up in it like the Euros were, but they were beneath it. Just a few of them were. These and my blue worms make a very cool blue tint, like a blue hue, violet hue. I'll try to get him to do it. I usually have to have my light right over him. Oh, sorry, dude. I fed this side last. I actually put a little sticker on it. Okay, I don't know if you can see it on this guy, but they have a really cool violet. It's almost like a neon tint. I've shown it in my other videos. My India blue worms do the same thing. And it's only been recreated when I take them outside. I think my little lamp has the full spectrum bulb in it. That's why they're doing it in here. Only really dark purple and seemingly like mature worms do it. Like when they get big and fat, they glow. I should be so lucky. Okay, I'm gonna feed them. I am most likely going to stop the video because this is already way too long. These guys are way hungry, so I'm going to feed them a lot. It's going to take quite a bit of time. I'm sorry, no worm ball in the African bin, but a little bit. And that guy's little clitellum is kind of swollen. Oh, there's a potworm. I haven't seen one of those in a long time. Right on that guy. Mites, potworms, springtails, all three right there. Again, newbies, it's okay. It's normal. It's natural. But be prepared. I had to come back in. I found some big dudes at the bottom, and they are pretty cool looking. And they are making that purple hue. I have no idea if my phone will pick it up, but it's so cool. I love these guys. It's awesome. Oh, they're so cool. Okay, sorry, I'm putting these guys away. Okay, here we are where it all started. This is the first batch of worms that I ever got. I thought I was ordering red wigglers. I think I got a lot of India blue worms. They like to escape like that dude right there. They're just totally wanderlust individuals, which is fine with me. I do love my blue worms. But let's see if I can get this guy. Oh my god, he's just taking off. He's off camera. He's gone rogue. Right, go back, buddy. Okay, so I've been feeding, if you've been watching, been feeding all night, and I'm out of frozen food. And tonight, if you couldn't tell, even though I tried a wardrobe change, I came down with all this food tonight, and some of it was frozen and a little tiny bit was not, because I thought I might have to feed my unfrozen experimental bins. I didn't. There was a lot of food in there, so the blues get unfrozen food tonight. And that's fine, because guess what? They eat whatever I put in here because they're good boys. Look at those little guys. They just do whatever they want, and as long as I don't restrain them too much, they eat whatever I give them. I've seen lots of cocoons in these bins. I'll try to find one for you. But I'm not going to look too hard because I'm really tired, and everyone else in my house has gone to bed, and I'm not finding any worm balls. Anyway, so let's get down to feeding. Okay, I've got some shredded cardboard. That was on purpose, unlike the last time. And then we'll do coffee grounds. Again, coffee grounds are food, so if you're putting in coffee grounds and food, remember, don't overfeed. And this is the garden lime and rock dust, which is leaving a super grainy taste in my mouth. after 4 feedings, or, you know, 10, depending on how many videos you've watched in the last week. That's eggshells. Good Lord. Okay. I've got 2 little bags. One has strawberries and avocado, not frozen, very, very stinky caca. Closing that puppy up. And then this one is mostly strawberries and bananas and cucumbers, which seems to be what we eat the most in this house. Okay, and spinach. Actually, we probably eat meat the most, but we don't compost that. Alright, hopefully these guys are okay with all of this unfrozen food. There was not much liquid in that, so I'm going to water it down a little bit. And since we started this guy, we're still not up to the 15-inch mark, which is right here, probably at about 13 or 12. And one last look. Oh, that's gross. Something is slimy down there. Oh, that's awesome. I can see the blue tint on my end. I don't think the camera's picking it up, but I don't think there's a worm species that I don't truly love. These are so cool looking. So cool. Okay, I'm tired. Putting these guys back under wherever I found them. We were never here, you never saw us. And finding this white thing to put back over them. And telling you guys thank you so much for hanging out with me so late. I know you have better things to do, like cleaning your house and replying to emails and subscribing to other video channels, but I love you and thank you. And so does this little guy right here. Bye.